Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today I am doing the Not Too Shabby Shop box of the month for the month of May, and I will be using the 2 ephemera packs and the 2 6x6 paper pads that are included in that box. And I am using that along with Kendra's Card Challenge number 10. Kendra's Card Challenge is basically where you make 15 cards using 6x6 pieces of paper. I will leave the information below for Kendra's Card Challenge, as well as where you can get the beautiful papers from the Not Too Shabby Shop in the description below. But basically, you have different cut files, and then you have different sketches. And so the format that I'm going to do for this video is I'm just going to dry lay out the sketches. I cut all of my papers and then put all of my cards together and don't assemble anything, and then put them all into envelopes numbered 1 through 15 just to keep it organized. And so on the screen I'm just going to dry fit this so you don't have to watch me adhere everything, and then I will show the completed card after I have shown kind of how everything is laid out. And then you can also see that there is a sketch in the left hand corner, and these are going to go in order from sketch 1 through 15. And so this is a second sketch. I really love the pattern paper from this box. You've got the strawberries, and then you have kind of the lemons. So I really love the cards where both of those patterns or papers are mixed. So you've got a little bit of the red or some of the strawberry, and then you've got a little bit of the yellow from the other paper pad. But these are super easy to put together, and I find that a lot of times if I am not sure what to do, or I'm kind of in a slump creatively, that using a card sketch is super helpful because you don't really have to think about it too much. You just have to pick out your paper and kind of just follow along with the sketch and change it up if you want. And you can definitely do that with these sketches. I do always use 6x6 paper. You can take a 12x12 paper pad and cut it into 6x6, but all of the measurements for the challenge are, I'm sorry. And I apologize for that. Every time my phone doorbell alert goes off, like somebody's walking outside, the dogs think that somebody's here to see them. So they bark. But so for this next card, I am mixing a little bit of that yellow and the strawberry, which I think is really, really pretty together. It's almost like strawberry lemonade in a way. And then we're going to switch over to the yellow and blue color, kind of color combination for I think for the most of the rest of these cards. And I was going to say it's really fun to take the pattern paper, and you can change it up if you want. I pretty much stuck to these sketches in these cards, but I find it easier to create with the sketches if it's a paper pad that I like. And so I feel like if you're going to be doing this, pick a paper pad that you like, because you are making a lot of cards and you are making a lot of cuts, but it's a fabulous challenge. It's super fun. This piece of paper right here is from the add-on slimline paper pack from Not Too Shabby, and so I did change this up a little bit. I wanted to use the slimline paper pack, but it is not white enough to fit on the card mat, and so I just took the card mat, which is the white piece, and then I added the slimline pad because that's the portion that I wanted to peek through, and just adhere those like that, so that I got that really pretty combination of those different papers. This next card is a really cool design as well. So it starts out with 2 squares. I cannot recall the size, maybe 2x2 or 2x2. Does that look like a 2x2? I don't know. But one of the squares is going to go in the middle, and then the other one is going to be split in half. So you've got part of that split on the top and part on the bottom, and then you've got the piece in the middle. And then for this card, I used a little bit of, I believe it's ruby red liquid pearls. And then this card has a little bit of both of the paper packs. And I wanted to mention that Not Too Shabby is a super sponsor for Kendra's Card Challenge, which means that they sponsor the challenge for the entire year. And so I always love when two of my favorites come together and collaborate. And so I am super happy to support the Not Too Shabby shop as well as Kendra's Card Challenge by using the paper from the May box of the month. And I didn't check to see if this was available before I started my voiceover, but I will leave a link below if you love this paper pad as much as I do. Now this is one of those sketches that I have had problems the first time I did it and this time. I don't know why I can't get this one right. This is one that requires some different cuts, and I am not great at measurements, and so you can definitely get around that if you're not good at measurements either. I did try the cuts. It didn't work for me. So as you can see, this card is a little bit smaller than the actual card in the sketch. I do not have a mat because I had it a little bit wonky, and so I just ended up trimming all around the card. This is card number 14, and this is another really easy one. Just several strips of that really pretty pattern paper, and then I'm going to add some of the lemon ephemera to this one, and that's going to finish this one off. As you can see on the bottom, it says you can add a sentiment. You really can add a sentiment to any of these. I just didn't want to at this point. Sometimes I like to wait to see what occasion I would be using it for. But this is the last sketch, and we'll go ahead and finish this off. That is it for me today. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it or find it informative, I would love a thumbs up. As always, I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me, and I hope to see you next time.